Well, having kids can throw off the daily balance for a lot of couples, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, making time for your love life shouldn't be at the bottom of your to-do list. This morning, Kim Jacobs, the host of The Daily Balance, shares some suggestions. Kim, great to see you.
And it's not pouring hot sauce all over you. Please don't.
Right. I mean, literally, I think people were saying, like, spice it up with spices. We're talking about other things, like making time for intimacy.
Absolutely. That's very important because you were a couple before you ever became parents. So it's important if you want your marriage to last and to be fruitful, then you want to make sure that you still make time for each other.
Okay, I'm loving this one. I'm ready to take notes. Switch it up. I don't know what you're talking about, but I like the way it sounds.
Okay. Well, switching it up for me means making sure that when your children are down for a nap or even if they're outside playing, be creative. You don't have to do it in the same, well, let's just move on. You don't have to do things in the same part of the house every time you're being intimate. You can move around the house. You can be creative and just splurge in other parts of the house outside of just the bedroom.
Do you get that?
I'm sweating. Okay.
Have relations in other places in the house, not just the bedroom.
Not just the bedroom.
Go try the kitchen table if you like, whatever. But your point is just kind of mixing it up.
Mix it up.
Exciting.
You're laughing at me, Tam.
Oh, don't be embarrassed.
Okay.
It's all good. Plan but surprise is another one of your suggestions. Plan to be spontaneous?
Plan, because everything else in life we plan anyway. We plan from the time we wake up until the time we go to bed. We put everything on an agenda, but when it comes to our spouses, that's like, oh, I'll get to it if I get to it, or maybe I will, or maybe I won't that day. But what I'm suggesting is to actually plan and put that on your agenda, but don't let your husband, ladies, don't let your husband know that he's on an agenda, because men hate planned sex, so don't do that.
So you're talking about sex specifically, not just necessarily time with your husband, but like planned
in that particular
sex time.
In that particular instance, I'm talking about sex time.
Okay.
But you have to make sure that you plan that time out to be intimate with your spouse, whether it be just lounging around, whether it's cuddle time, whatever it is, that time to just be with your mate.
So plan that sex time. Set aside the 2 minutes,
but
ladies.
make him feel that it's a spontaneous move. You know what time it's happening, but he's thinking, wow, mighty spontaneous of you.
Yeah, listen, if we're going to do all this romance time, we expect a payoff. That's all. Am I right, guys? All right, how about
I should have brought a fan on.
How about a warm welcome? What do you mean by a warm welcome?
Whenever your spouse comes in, make sure that you stop everything that you're doing. If you're doing homework with your children, if you're cooking, cleaning, doing whatever household chores, stop for a few minutes and let your spouse know that he's important to you and that you care about what he's experienced for the day. So just take that time to just find out from him what's happening in your day and letting him know that he's important.
You also say force yourself to go out, and I like this one because I think it's very easy to say, oh, I don't want to get the babysitter, or oh, I'm in my comfy sweats, I don't feel like getting all decked out and going out, but it's critical.
Especially when you have children and you're already tired, Colleen, you and I know. We're drained by the time we get done with all of the to-dos that we have on our list. Who wants to get cute and go out? Yeah. But it's necessary, and I do believe that if you're married, you have to take that time to just set aside some time, get cute, dolled up, and go out and spend a date with your spouse. Let them know that you still got it. You look good.
Kim. You and your husband are really good about that. I know you have regular date nights.
Every Sunday we go out on a date. We force ourselves. And actually we're more patient. We're more patient with our children when we return.
You're more patient with your kids when you return home from the date.
Because we're rejuvenated. We have more energy, more patience. It's a big deal for us. So we need that time.
Anything you can do to feed your soul or your marriage benefits everybody around you.
And it helps with the balance.
Play during the day. What do you mean? Go out and play basketball or play during the day?
Well, if that's what you like. But I would say play. I'm saying play over the phone, send little nice text messages. I mean, you're here, you know, Mariano's in the back. You can send them a little message when you walk over. You don't have to wait until a set designated time to do everything. You can just play around with your spouse all day. Send love notes. Talk over the phone. A quick conversation can go a long way.
Okay, Kim, good advice. You can watch Kim Saturdays on WTVI at 10 a.m. Thank you so much.
I need a paper towel.